Hello everyone, welcome back to arpitastechcorner. In this video, we are going to learn about which type of data architecture is right for your data platform. So, as a data architect, it is very essential to understand where all the data is stored, organized, managed to be easily and accessible. So, in this presentation, I'm going to explain to you which type of data architecture we can explore and we can choose from there which is right for your data platform. First, before going to before going through any architectural point of view, you first need to understand some of the initial things. Okay, first you need to understand the business requirements. That is very important because you are serving for the business. Another activity is like identify the data sources, whether it's a public data or private data or any external company's data or your internal company's data. Then determine the data type, whether it's a structure, semi-structured or unstructured data. Then align with your company's vision and data strategy because each company is varies their vision and data strategy. It depends on their there can be a different product company, there can be a research company, there can be a IT service company. So each company has a separate vision and strategy. Then review and analyze if there are any existing system. Like there are many cases where you are transforming the legacy system to a modern architectural system. So it is very important to understand your existing system architecture. Okay. Now, in the market, there are very relevant modern architectural framework. So, based on your data sources, type of data, cost, business requirement, you need to choose the right architecture. Okay, let's understand what all this modern architecture means. First is data lake. Now, what is data lake? Data lake is mainly good for your large unstructured data, and it is very useful for AI or ML model. In any company, if they are concentrating mostly on this machine learning model or deep learning model or any Gen AI model, so this type of data lake is very important for them. But it is not ideal for any business intelligence work. It is weak in data governance because in the data governance there are very policies and rules are there. So data lake is not good for this maintaining these data governance things. Okay. Second is data warehouse, which we heard from our long time ago. Like data warehouse, it's very common, and normally this data warehouse is mostly for this structured data, and it is very efficient for business insight for any BI related work. So you might have seen that if you are doing some report or analysis in Power BI or any analytical tool, you must have used this data warehouse. Okay. Third is combined data lake and data warehouse. So, as we know, from the data lake, we can do something unstructured data, and that is supporting to this AI and ML world. Whereas in data warehouse, we can do some work for this BI work. So to support BI, AI, and real time use cases, sometimes organizations use a combined data lake and data warehouse setup. But this approach can handle structured, semi structured, and unstructured data. So it forms a two layer of storage system. And this setup is very powerful, but definitely it's very complex to manage. Next is lakehouse. Lakehouse is nowadays is very common used architecture, and it's a very modern architecture. So lakehouse is a unified and simple architecture. Why? Let's get into that. It supports structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Uses a single storage layer, not two tier. That means in the combined architecture, we are using two storage layer. Whenever we are using data lake and data warehouse, where we have two storage layer, here we have the single storage layer. So that's the very important area, and it handles all type of requirements like bi, ai, real time processing, all those things very easier to manage compared to any traditional two tier systems, because it has a single storage, like it's a one truth. Okay, all your data keeping into a single storage layer, so it's a one truth solution. Now, how will you choose your right option? Definitely, within your when you are doing the initial activities, you understand some of the steps what you need for your business, and how you need to understand, how you need to define your data platform solution. So there are many different ways to find out the right option. For example, what type of data will be used in this project? Just categorize. Okay, you have the some structured data, semi structured data, or unstructured data. Then you need to understand what is your purpose. Are you going to explore only the bi things, or ai ml things? Also, you are going to add some real time things. So you need to identify what is exactly your purpose, and do you need a strong data governance or not? Because for any ai ml things, you really need a strong data governance policy, metadata management rules, and all the stuff. So the most important is cost. Whether is your data architecture value for money or not? Because whenever you are going to choose the architecture, you need to define the data storage capacity. If you have a huge large amount of unstructured data, you need a huge data storage capability. So your cost is very important. So based on this type of evaluation process, you need to understand what is the right option, and also how many users will be there, because if you have so many users, obviously you need some powerful capability wise application. So before making any detailed decision, you first need to do some detailed analysis. Okay, based on your requirement, necessity, budget, you should go through some workshops with your users, with your technical teams. Then only you can conclude with some proper data platform. Thank you. So if you like this video, please share with your friends and colleagues, and like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.